All right, boys and girls, today or this week, shall I say, we've been learning about the orca. The orca. And so now you're going to see who would win. Who do you think would win? Do you think it would be a great white shark? Or do you think it would be the killer whale or orca? Let me turn this light off so that maybe you can see better. Okay, here we go. What would happen if a killer whale met up with a great white shark? What if they've had a fight? Who do you think would win? Meet the killer whale, also known as the orca. It is a sea mammal. It breathes air through a blowhole at the top of its head, just like you. Killer whales have lungs, and they can hold their breath underwater, just a little bit shorter, right, than us. A killer whale nicknames is blackfish, orca, sea wolf, and killer of whales. Meet the great white shark. It's huge. It is a huge fish that cannot survive out of the water. Sharks and other fish don't breathe air, so fish get their oxygen from the water that flows through the sides of their gills. Like most sharks, the great white has 5 gill slits. Are you ready for the great white shark's nicknames? All right, here we go. Man-eater, Tommy, white pointer, and white death. The killer whale has a huge jaw full of about 50 teeth. The teeth can almost be about 4 inches long. Actual size right there. Look at that, about 4 inches long. Did you know that the killer whale loses an adult tooth? Oh, if the killer whale loses an adult tooth, then it does not grow back. I think our other friend over here, he just is like the tooth fairy, keeps coming, huh? A killer whale's tooth looks just like this. A great white shark has a gigantic mouth that's full of several rows of razor-sharp, jagged teeth. It's scary just to even look at them. Here's the actual size of its tooth. If a shark loses a tooth, another tooth just takes its place. During a shark's life, it can lose more than 3,000 teeth. So when you're at the beach, maybe you could find a shark's tooth, huh? That would be really cool. A great white shark's tooth looks just like this. The killer whale dorsal fin looks like these. On the male killer whale, the dorsal fin can be up to 6 feet tall. And that's a female. It's smaller. It's 3 feet. So the male is very tall and pointy, and the female is round and smaller. The killer whales The killer whales can be found in all oceans. A killer whale can be found. Male and female great white sharks have dorsal fins that look the same. Great white sharks are also found in all oceans. So actually, they could fight, right? If they were. They all live in the ocean, so who knows? Killer whales are meat eaters. Their favorite foods are seals and sea lions, but they also eat salmon and other fish. A killer whale was once seen grabbing a moose and a deer off of the shoreline. A killer whale is the king of the food chain, so it has no natural enemies. The ocean is more like a food web than a food chain. In the ocean, everything eats almost everything. See the whale, the orca eats the seal, and the seal eats a fish, and it eats another fish, and eats another fish, and eats another fish. And the shark eats a seal and eats a fish, and it kind of just keeps going and going, doesn't it? Great white sharks eat fish, but they also have known to eat seals, sea lions, and even sea turtles. And now and then, they even eat people. A great white shark is also very high up at the food chain, so it's the largest predatory fish. Tiny plankton can be eaten by small fish, and small fish get eaten by bigger fish, and bigger fish get eaten on by larger fish, and so on and so on and so on. Food chain. Brand new book. A male killer whale is bigger than a female killer whale, and the female whale is about 4 feet shorter. Look at It can be 23 feet long, and the female can be up to 19 feet tall. Killer whales have bones. This killer whale, this is a skeleton of the killer whale. And then a female great white shark is bigger than a male. Females are wider and about 3 feet longer. That's very interesting, isn't it? So the female can be about 16 feet long, and the male could be about 13 feet long. A great white sharks do not have bones. Shark skeletons are made of cartilage. Feel your own ear at the back of it. That's where cartilage is, or at the top of your nose. That's how a shark feels. No bones. Although they are huge, killer whales can jump completely out of the water. Killer whales might jump for fun, to knock some whale lice off their skin, or to catch a fish or a seal. In a fight, who do you think would win, a killer whale or the great white shark? In fact, most of you guys found out that a killer whale can jump 10 feet out of the air. That's crazy. Did you know that a great white shark have also been seen leaping into the air to catch a seal or a sea lion? Wow, great white sharks can jump completely out of the water too. So let's look at the facts. Who do you think has an advantage? And who at this point do you think would win? Like other sea mammals, killer whales have a horizontal tail. Killer whales can swim with just their side fins, but their huge tail is used for speed and turning. The horizontal tail is better designed for diving and surfacing very, very quickly. Like other sharks, a great white shark has a vertical tail. Great white sharks and other fish use their tails for speed and for steering. So their great white shark's tail goes back and forth like this, and a whale's tail goes up and down just like this. Sonar. Killer whales have no ears. They bounce sounds off approaching fish. They use sonar to navigate or locate other creatures in the ocean and to find each other. They recognize echoes and other vibrations in the water. This is called echolocation. Bonus, sonar. Sound, navigation, and ranging. Submarines also use sonar, but nature had it first. P.S. Bats also use sonar. Underwater, you look like this to a killer whale. Sharks can smell blood from over 3 miles away. Underwater, the great white shark senses your electricity. Great white sharks have a keen sense of smell, and they also can detect the electricity in fish and other animals. They can tell if you are nervous. Killer whales are family orientated, which means they live in a group called pods. Killer whales, moms, dads, aunts, uncles, cousins, and kids eat and they swim and they play together, and they really, really look out for each other. A great white shark is a loner or solitary creature, right? 2 and 3 have been seen hunting as a team, but mostly they travel and they hunt and they eat alone. That's good news for us if we ever are in the ocean we see a great white shark, huh? Good thing there's only one of them. Killer whales can stop swimming and tread water in one place. They can swim up to 30 miles per hour. In the ocean, that is really, really fast. Killer whales have smooth skin. A great white shark never stops swimming. The seawater must flow through their gills so they can get oxygen. They cruise along about 2 miles per hour, but speeds in bursts of 20 miles per hour. Great white sharks have rough skin like sandpaper. Most fish have scales, but sharks have denticles. Denticles are like little tiny teeth on the sides of their skin. Oh my goodness, can you see that? Yeah, really rough like sandpaper. All right, do you know who's going to win yet? I don't know. Killer whale's brain. A killer whale's brain looks similar to a human brain, but it is 3 times larger than a human brain. Killer whales are extremely intelligent. You guys should look up on YouTube some behaviors that killer whales do, and it's insane. Here's a killer whale brain, and here's ours. A great white shark does not have a round brain. It has a different sections that are connected together, and it's shaped like the letter Y. Scientists think that every section is connected to a different sense. A killer whale can be captured live in captivity and trained to perform tricks. Killer whales are the stars of aquarium and amusement parks. This is what they used to do at SeaWorld. The trainers used to get onto the killer whales, and when I was your guys' age, and the killer whales would throw the people up into the air, and they would ride the killer whales, and they would do all those things at SeaWorld, and now they're not allowed to do that. Great white sharks have never been able to survive long in captivity. Hollywood loves to make movie stars of them. The great white sharks are movie stars. Jaws is one of the most popular movies of all time. For years, moviegoers were afraid to swim at the beach. Everyone knows the music. Da-na-na-na, da-na, da-na-na-na. Boom! Okay, here they go. They're about ready to get a fight. So who do you think's going to win? And why do you think they're going to win? What adaptations do they have that help them become stronger than the other? What do you think? I don't know. So what would happen if a killer whale and a great white shark met in the ocean? And you know they possibly could. What if they were about the same size? What if they were both hungry? And what if they had a fight? They both eat meat, so that means they both can eat each other, huh? Uh-oh, they are in the same place at the same time. They sense each other. There is an intense competition in nature. They are each planning their attacks. The great white shark likes to attack from below. Killer whales like to attack from any side. They are getting closer, and then the fight happens. Crunch! The great white shark makes its first move. It tries to attack with its sharp teeth, and the killer whale outsmarts the shark and bites it. 1, 2, 3 seconds, and the fight is over. It is no contest. The ferocious great white shark does not even know what hit him. The killer whale won today. What do you think will happen the next time a killer whale meets a great white shark? Who would win? Do you think the shark can overcome the killer whale's superior intelligence? Because remember, a killer whale is very, very sharp. I mean, very, very smart, shall I say. All right, remember, this is an AR test. There's the number right there, 14532. So if you guys are doing AR at your guys' school, guess what? You can take an AR test and get some points on that, okay? All right, I hope you enjoyed the story.